February 13th, 2026, 10:47 p.m. The house is quiet, except for the hum of a dishwasher and the soft vibration of a phone against a wooden nightstand. Melissa Carter stares at the screen in the dark. "Wish I could hold you tomorrow," the message reads. "Next Valentine's will be different, I promise." She smiles, just slightly, enough to feel it in her chest. Her bank account has $312 left in it. She doesn't know that the man she loves doesn't exist. And somewhere, in a different time zone, a stranger is drafting the next message that will cost her everything. Melissa is 44. She lives in Columbus, Ohio, two-bedroom ranch house, beige siding, a maple tree out front that never quite recovered after the winter of 2022. She works in healthcare billing for a regional hospital network. Not glamorous, not unstable either, steady, predictable, like her life had been for the past decade. Divorced 5 years ago, no kids, a sister in Michigan she talks to twice a month, a circle of co-workers she grabs drinks with occasionally but never really opens up to. The divorce wasn't explosive, it was quiet, the kind that fades instead of detonates. Her ex-husband moved on quickly. New partner, new city, new life. Melissa stayed. For a while she told herself she liked the independence. The silence felt controlled, intentional. But silence stretches at night, especially in February, especially when store aisles glow pink and red, and couples pose in restaurant windows for pictures they'll post before dessert arrives. On January 18th, she downloaded Tinder again. She told herself it was casual, just looking. 3 days later, she matched with Daniel Whitaker. His profile said he was 48, a civil engineer working on overseas infrastructure contracts, originally from Colorado, widowed, one daughter in college. He had soft eyes in his photos, the kind that looked like they had experienced loss but survived it. His first message wasn't flashy. "Hey Melissa, you seem thoughtful. That's rare on here." She rolled her eyes a little, but she replied. Within 48 hours, they were talking about books. He mirrored her taste in thrillers, shared a story about losing his wife to cancer, asked about her divorce without judgment. He didn't flirt aggressively. He listened. He would send voice notes sometimes. His voice was warm, slightly husky. He laughed quietly at the end of sentences, and he always texted good morning before she woke up. Time zone difference, he explained. He was temporarily stationed in Istanbul for a bridge restoration project. He sent pictures of skylines at sunset, construction sites, hotel room coffee cups. It felt worldly, mature, real. By February 1st, they were messaging constantly. Melissa began sleeping with her phone under her pillow. The shift is subtle in stories like this. It never begins with money. It begins with emotional calibration. Daniel mirrored her pace. When she opened up about feeling lonely after work, he responded with, "I feel that too sometimes, even surrounded by people." When she said she loved old jazz, he sent her a Spotify link at midnight. Listening to this and thinking of you. He never rushed physical intimacy. Instead, he praised her resilience, her intelligence, her empathy. "You're different," he wrote once. "You don't just talk, you feel." That sentence replayed in her mind for days. The grooming phase doesn't feel like grooming, it feels like relief. Daniel began gently shifting conversations toward the future. Not dramatic promises, just soft hypotheticals. "When this contract ends, maybe I'll take a long trip back to the States." "Wouldn't it be funny if our first date was at some random diner in Ohio?" He asked about her mortgage, not directly, but in context. Talking about housing markets, interest rates. He asked what she'd do if she ever traveled abroad. He created mental images, and Melissa filled them in. On February 5th, he told her there was a problem. The project in Istanbul had hit a bureaucratic snag. Equipment was being held by customs officials. His company's payment had been delayed. He needed to cover a temporary fee to release machinery, or risk contract penalties. He was embarrassed to mention it. "I hate asking this," he typed. "I've never needed help before." She responded instantly. "How much?" He resisted at first. "It's okay, I'll figure it out." The withdrawal tactic is powerful. Pull back, create tension, let the other person step forward. Eventually, he admitted he was short $4,800. Melissa didn't have that, but she had credit cards. He suggested something simple. "If you could purchase a few Apple gift cards and send the codes, I can convert them quickly. It's faster internationally." It sounded odd, but she didn't want to seem suspicious. Suspicion feels like distrust, and distrust feels like risk. By February 6th, she had sent $2,000 in gift card codes. He thanked her profusely, called her "my angel." The dopamine hit of gratitude is intoxicating. 2 days later, there was another issue, a larger one. He needed access to crypto because wire transfers were delayed. He guided her step by step through setting up a crypto wallet. She didn't understand most of it, but she trusted him. This is where intelligent adults often ask themselves later, "How didn't I see it?" The answer lives in psychology. Romance scams don't target ignorance, they target attachment. The brain doesn't distinguish sharply between digital intimacy and physical proximity. When someone texts you every morning, shares voice notes, remembers small details, your nervous system registers presence. Daniel had created routine. Routine creates safety. Safety creates bonding, and bonding overrides red flags. Melissa noticed inconsistencies. A photo that looked slightly too polished, a delayed response that didn't match time zone math. But by then, questioning him felt like risking the relationship. He had subtly isolated her emotionally. When she mentioned telling a coworker about him, he replied gently, "Let's keep this ours for now. I don't want outside energy affecting what we're building." Isolation framed as romance. Classic. By February 10th, she had transferred nearly $18,000 through a combination of gift cards, crypto, and a small personal loan she justified as temporary. Daniel began talking about visiting for Valentine's Day. He sent her a photo of a plane ticket confirmation. She bought a new dress. On February 13th, he said there was one final complication: a transfer tax at the airport. His corporate account was frozen temporarily due to an audit. He needed $9,300 to board. Urgency, scarcity, deadline. "If I miss this flight, I don't know when I'll see you," he wrote. She hesitated. Her savings account had $11,000 left. She told herself love requires risk. She wired the money. February 14th arrived. He texted from the airport lounge. Then silence. At 2:15 p.m., she called. No answer. At 4:47 p.m., his WhatsApp profile picture disappeared. By evening, the Tinder profile was gone. Melissa sat at her kitchen table, staring at a bouquet she had ordered for herself to surprise him when he arrived. The financial loss totaled just under $29,000. But that number wasn't what hollowed her out. It was the realization that the late-night confessions, the shared playlists, the future diner jokes, were scripts. In 2025, according to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, romance scams accounted for over $1.3 billion in reported losses in the United States. By early projections in 2026, investigators estimate that number is climbing again, especially in the weeks leading up to Valentine's Day. Why February? Because loneliness is seasonal. Winter compresses social circles. Holiday relationships either solidify or fracture. Dating apps surge in downloads between January and mid-February. Marketing campaigns amplify romantic expectation. Scammers know this. They time emotional entry points to cultural moments. But 2026 has added a new layer. AI-generated identities. Daniel's voice notes? Likely cloned. His photos? Possibly composite images generated through increasingly sophisticated tools. Deep-fake video calls are now disturbingly convincing. Brief, glitch-free interactions that cement trust. Victims are no longer just chatting with text on a screen. They're hearing voices, seeing faces. Digital intimacy has evolved faster than digital skepticism. And loneliness in America has deepened. Nearly 1 in 3 adults report feeling persistently isolated, according to public health surveys over the past few years. Remote work has thinned office friendships. Dating apps create abundance without depth. Social feeds simulate connection without physical presence. When someone appears who listens, truly listens, the effect is profound. Romance scammers understand reinforcement cycles. They alternate affection with subtle withdrawal, praise with vulnerability, need with gratitude. It mirrors real attachment patterns. Melissa later told investigators that the first time she felt uneasy was when he asked her not to tell anyone. But she rationalized it, because admitting doubt would mean admitting she might be wrong. And the fear of being wrong is sometimes stronger than the fear of being deceived. After he disappeared, shame arrived before grief. She didn't report it for 3 weeks. When she finally did, the officer on the phone was calm, professional, but realistic. The money was gone, converted, layered, dispersed, often routed through crypto wallets that jump jurisdictions in seconds. Organized networks operate these schemes, some based overseas, some domestic, structured like call centers, scripts tested and refined, psychological playbooks optimized. But not every scammer is a mastermind. Some are young men recruited online, given templates, trained to exploit vulnerability. Others operate independently, leveraging AI tools that lower the barrier to entry. The technology has democratized deception. Melissa's aftermath wasn't dramatic. No collapse, no public scandal, just quiet recalibration. She cancelled the dress return, couldn't bear to walk back into the store. She set up a payment plan for the loan. She stopped opening dating apps. At night, she sometimes replays his voice note, saved automatically in her phone, trying to detect artificial cadence. Was there something mechanical in it? Something she missed? Psychologists who study fraud victims emphasize a painful truth. Intelligence does not inoculate against emotional manipulation. In fact, people who see themselves as rational may double down once invested, convinced they can fix emerging inconsistencies. Romance scams exploit cognitive biases. Confirmation bias, noticing what supports the relationship and dismissing what threatens it. Sunk cost fallacy. The more time and money invested, the harder it is to exit. Intermittent reinforcement. Unpredictable rewards that strengthen attachment more effectively than consistent ones. Daniel didn't flood Melissa with affection constantly. He created moments of distance, enough to make his returns feel earned. It's behavioral conditioning layered onto emotional need. By March, Valentine's decorations were gone from stores. But for Melissa, February lingered. She eventually joined an online support group for romance scam survivors. There, she met a retired Army veteran who had lost $62,000 to someone posing as a military contractor in Syria. A 29-year-old graphic designer who had sent Bitcoin to a tech entrepreneur stuck in Singapore. A widower who had been convinced to refinance his home. Different demographics, same pattern. The details vary, the emotional architecture doesn't. There is always a phase where the victim feels uniquely chosen, always a moment where secrecy becomes intimacy, always a crisis requiring immediate financial proof of love, and always, eventually, disappearance. The broader cybercrime landscape of 2026 reflects this evolution. Phishing emails have grown more personalized through data scraping. AI chatbots can sustain emotional conversation for weeks. Synthetic identities pass basic verification checks. Romance scams are no longer clumsy messages from obviously fake profiles. They are curated narratives. Investigators warn that criminals now run multiple, simultaneous relationships, toggling between conversations with precision. The emotional labor is industrialized. And yet, the vulnerability remains deeply human. Melissa sometimes thinks about the first message he sent. "You seem thoughtful." It wasn't the compliment itself, it was the recognition. In a culture saturated with surface-level interaction, being seen, even artificially, feels rare. That's the quiet tragedy underneath the financial headlines. Not just stolen money, stolen affirmation, stolen hope. By late summer, Melissa reopened a dating app, not out of optimism, but defiance. She now notices small details more carefully, reverse image searches profile pictures, refuses financial discussions. But she also knows something uncomfortable. If someone skilled enough mirrors her again, at the right time, with the right pacing, she could still feel it. Because the desire for connection doesn't disappear with awareness. It just becomes more cautious. Valentine's Day 2027 will come. Apps will glow with new matches. Notifications will buzz in dark bedrooms across America. Some of those conversations will be genuine. Many will not. The line between intimacy and illusion grows thinner each year. Melissa keeps the maple tree trimmed now. It's slowly recovering. On February nights, she still sleeps with her phone nearby. But the sound of a late-night vibration carries a different weight. Not pure anticipation, not pure fear, just awareness.